Welcome to Where They Wander. We are Kat and Kev and we travel full-time around the United States in our Grand Design Imagine. In our last video, we were in Upper Michigan, and we have since travelled 1,200 miles heading through Bemidji, which is the headwaters of the Mississippi, where we met with Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox. And then we headed through North Dakota on our way to South Dakota and Mount Rushmore. It is the last day of July, and we are heading out. No, further in to South Dakota. We're in South Dakota as we make our way toward Rushmore. Didn't do an awful lot here. I sometimes feel a bit disappointed when we're in a state and we've done pretty much nothing in that state, but occasionally states are just states that you drive through to get somewhere else. We were really impressed with the Native American history and culture that was here. We did really enjoy the memorial to Sakakawea. I think that's how you say it. That's how we heard it on the documentary that we watched. At the same location in North Dakota, you can also visit the grave of Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull was born in 1834, just a few miles away from here at Grand River in Mulbridge. He actually survived battles at the Little Bighorn. He moved to Canada, he came back to the United States, and then he ended up touring with the Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, and he was shot in 1890 after his alleged involvement with the ghost dance craze. He was buried not far from here, and then 63 years after his death, his descendants and remaining relatives moved him to this incredible site on the banks of the Missouri River with this beautiful monument. Interesting area. Sadly, like I said, we don't get to see everything in a state when we pass through, but we're on our way to Mount Rushmore and the Black Hills, and we're excited for that. We're also going to try and drive through Custer National Park. Everyone's telling us don't miss it, but I think it adds 100 miles to our travel day, so we're not sure about that. But anyhow, it's beautiful here, so let's get to Mount Rushmore. There it is. You don't even have to go off the road, and there it is, right there, right behind us. Unbelievable. We are heading our way up there though. There is no entrance fee to visit Mount Rushmore National Monument. However, there is a $5 fee to park your car.
We're at Mount Rushmore. They have the Avenue of the Flags. They have the flags from every state and territory. And we're going to take this little trail that goes around, right around here, right here, right underneath. And there's an amphitheater here.
This is just a half-mile trail. There is a little village here, but right now it's closed. But anyway, this is a children's discovery area where they can learn about the Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota Indians. If you head on into this little cave right here, you can see right up George Washington's nose. Keeping it classy. I know nothing about Mount Rushmore. I don't know when it was sculpted. I don't know who designed it or built it. I don't know how long it took. But by goodness, I will learn. One of the most remarkable things I think that you can see here in the rubble, right underneath the statues or the sculptures, is these marks in the rocks. There they are. Huge. They are huge. And then right here, if I can angle it right, there we go. Look at the blast. You can see the blast marks in the rock right there. Isn't that cool? Yeah, drill holes. In 1923, South Dakota state historian Dwayne Robinson proposed the carvings of Old West heroes in the needles. This then became a federal idea to carve the presidents. President Coolidge actually dedicated the memorial on the site of the Black Hills in 1927. Mount Rushmore National Park provided matching federal funds in 1929. Sadly, the stock market crashed. The dedication of Washington was done on July 4th in 1930. In 1935, work on Lincoln's head began. In 1936, Roosevelt attended the dedication of Jefferson's head. In 1939, Roosevelt's head was finally dedicated. The sculptor Borgum was born in Denmark in 1867. In 1941, Borglum actually died overseeing the completion of this monument. Kev just said it's cool to be at the top of a mountain without having to climb to the top of a mountain. This time 2 years ago, we were on our hike up to San Jacinto, where we went up the Marion Trail, and I was just lamenting on how much I miss huge boulders like this. They're crazy big. Okay, so that's where we just were, up at that point there, where two young teenage boys said, "This is boring." I mean, I suppose if you're a teenage guy, it's not that interesting. It's just a sculpture and nature. Like Kevin said, it doesn't move. It's not a video game. If you are able, you should definitely take the trail, because look, we're so close. If you don't and you only go to the visitors area, they're way over there, and they do get the full view, but you can definitely see all of them from here much better. This is the original viewing area, and as you can see, the original plaster casts are still here. Here, you can hear ranger talks where they give the history of Mount Rushmore and the architect himself. You can also learn more about the 4 gentlemen who made Mount Rushmore a reality. This is the Borglum viewing area. There is a pavilion here with a huge fireplace where I can imagine it being beautiful when it's a little chilly out. This is also another stunning location to get great photographs of the monument. If you don't follow us on social media, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. This is the best place to keep up to date with our most recent travels. If you do take this trail, be prepared. There are many steps on the way back up. And if you've watched our hiking videos, and if not, why not? If you've watched them, you'll know we love steps, don't we, Kev?
Oh, stairs, my favorite.
Always our favorite while we're hiking. If you get the opportunity to visit Mount Rushmore in the evening, you should definitely go. They do a beautiful lowering of the flag ceremony, and the entire monument is lit up. Sadly, we were unable to go back. Keystone, while a little touristy, is definitely a quaint town. Join us next week as we head to Custer State Park. We did decide to go, but we went on a day trip and we did an amazing hike to the highest point in South Dakota. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.